So a very good morning guys, welcome to Kurtzside Fitness. What we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be taking you through my 15-minute morning stretch. Now by all means feel free to do longer than this on each stretch, but I like to spend about 15 minutes every single morning just getting my flexibility a little bit better. Now today my legs are in absolute bits from training yesterday, so I thought what a better time than to actually take you through this video, because I know many of you out there are suffering from leg DOMs especially, or any sort of aches and pains all over the body and just wondering what sort of routine to go through in the morning. So we're going to get straight to work. We're going to be going through 15 different body parts, stretching them all for around a minute. Let's get straight to work. We're going to be starting on the feet. So I'm going to press play, 15-minute timer. So the first thing we're going to do guys is just bend them toes back. Put a little bit of weight in the foot so you can feel the front of the foot stretching. And then just stretch out. So if you want to enhance this stretch, what I very often do, which I haven't got ready at the moment, is if you want to step onto a ball, it's going to stretch your foot the other way. So I'm going to have a quick look for that in a moment. That's good. And now onto the other foot. Just stretching those toes if you can see, so just pushing. And then stretching the foot this way, really spread the toes out. Same again. Trying to put a little bit more weight on it this time, just stretch into it, feel a really deep stretch in the front of the foot. And back to the foot stretch. We're now going to go onto the shins. So if we go down to our knees, this is a tibialis anterior stretch to the front of the shin bone. Have your toes facing forward or backwards, whatever you want to say. And you're just going to try to sit back into your feet. Now for a lot of you this is going to be very comfortable, very easy. For me I can feel my quads stretching already, but my front of my shins are always very tight. So for me this is very painful, and if you want to increase the stretch you can by all means lay back. Once we get to the 30-second mark we're just going to relax that stretch. So just bring the toes forward, feel that foot stretch again this time, feel them toes stretch, and then we're going to go back into that hold just for the remaining 20 seconds. So from these we're then going to go on to calves. Now for calves it's very good to stand against a wall to add a little bit more pressure. If you don't have a wall that's absolutely fine. What am I saying? If you don't have a wall, you've definitely got a wall unless you're outside. So here we go, let's stand up. So we're going to go into the calf stretch now. So one foot in front of the other. We're going to bend this front leg, but what we're going to be trying to do on this leg is keep that heel towards the ground. So if you're not feeling any stretch in the calf, by all means go a little bit wider until that heel lifts up, and then try to push it back down. We're just going to hold that and relax, shake it off, and one more the same side. So just feel that calf stretching. When we get to the 30-second mark, we're going to swap over and do the other leg. So here we go. Swap those legs over. I'm just going to make sure you can see the timer. There we go. So this calf now. That was bad. This calf. Relax. Back in for the last remaining time. And then we're going to go on to the inner leg. So for this, we're going to go for a nice wide stretch on the legs like this. And we're going to go over to one side, trying to keep both feet facing forward, feel that inner part of the leg stretch. We're just going to hold that for a little while. Get as low as you can, bring the hips nice and forward, and over to the other side. If you need to, by all means hold the floor for this. It'll give you a little bit more support and balance. But just feel that nice deep stretch in the inner part of the leg, inner sort of groin, quad area. We're going to go back over to this side, but instead this time we're now going to go sitting back onto the heel so the toes are pointing towards the ceiling. You're going to feel this more, a little bit lower underneath into the hamstring area. And let's swap sides onto the other side, same thing again. So onto the heel this time, letting those toes point towards the ceiling. So from this we're going to go onto a hamstring stretch. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit on the floor and do the similar thing now. Legs nice and wide, and we're going to just reach for them toes. Don't worry if you can't reach the toes, that's absolutely fine. Just reach as far as you can, trying to keep your chest nice and high so you don't take the stretch into your lower back. So relax those legs, shake them off, and bring the legs a little bit closer. We're going to do the same thing again, so keep that chest nice and high, stop that lower back rounding, try reach them toes, try keep the knee and hamstring touching the floor. Just breathe through the stretch. And shake them off. We're now going to bring the legs so they're touching. This is going to be the hardest one of them all. And just reach for those toes. So a lot of people, guys, who get lower back pain, the pain tends to be generated from the hamstring area. Tight hamstrings can cause a lot of lower back problems. So we're going to focus on the hamstrings for a little bit longer. That's it, and there we go. So we're now going to go into the quad stretch. Stand yourselves up, grab one leg. If you need to balance against something, by all means do so. But what we're going to be doing for this is bringing one heel towards your bum. Keep your knees touching. From this position, just lean slightly back, push that leg slightly forward and squeeze those glutes just to really stretch that quad. Keep holding for 30-second mark. We're then going to swap over, that's good, swap over to the other side. There we go. So same principle, heel to bum, knees touching, slightly lean back, push that knee forward and just squeeze those glutes. Get a nice deep stretch in that quad. So from the quads, we're now going to go into a pigeon pose, which is a great stretch for the glutes. Here we go. So on all fours, the first thing you're going to do, cross your left leg, I'll do the opposite side, so cross your left leg over the right, and then with that left leg, you're just going to push down, so you're sitting in, lift this leg forward, try keep the hips and shoulders nice and square, and just feel that stretch in the glute. If you can't feel the stretch in the glute, go onto your elbows, or bring this foot higher, and try square your hips and shoulders a little bit more. You should really feel that. So once we get to that 30-second mark, switch sides. So this time we're going to be, I'll do it this side, cross over with the other leg, push that right leg nice and back. So you're going to see it from this side now. Just lifting that foot nice and high, keeping those shoulders nice and square. Drop those hips into that position. So this is an area I'm particularly tight in. And this is a great stretch for the piriformis, which gives you the sciatic pain. Here we go. So from this, we're now going to sit back down and we're going to go into a bit of a groin stretch. So put your feet together, bring them as close to your body as you can. A lot of you are going to be able to flatten your leg, your knees to the floor, as you can see. I cannot. You can assist by pushing down a little bit. You're going to get that inner groin stretch. Just hold that position. Now with your right leg, I want you to put that out and lean over to that side. This is obviously now stretching the hamstring again, whilst keeping that groin in that position. Back to that groin stretch. Nice and close, chest high, try to push them knees nice and flat. And the opposite leg out this time, reaching for those toes. And back to the groin stretch. So what we're going to do from this position, we're going to start working the lower back. So what I want you to do, put your right leg out, I'll do my left. Have this leg here, and what I want you to do, so the same side, so your right hand is going to cross over this knee, and I want you to just face away from the body. So this is more of a lower back stretch. If you want to bring it into the glute, which we can do right now, we're just going to cross this leg over and try to push the knee closer to the floor this time. Keep your balance. You should feel that in the glute, lower back area. And the other side, so swap legs, not crossing just yet. Same arm as the leg that's flat. We're going to cross over. Feel that lower back stretch. And cross that foot over just to feel that glute stretch a little bit more. Feel that? Good, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go on to the back and abs. So into this position, I want you to lay on your back. Just lift this leg up and cross over your body, trying to keep this arm here nice and flat to the floor. You're going to feel that on your back. We're only going to hold these ones for about 10 seconds. That's good. Swap them over, this leg up into the air, Push it right over, hopefully you have the room, and keep this arm and shoulder nice and flat to the floor. Try to keep this leg straight. And relax. Onto all fours, we're just going to stretch the back out now. Really sort of go into that cat pose. Push the spine towards the ceiling. And then back down into an ab stretch. So hips low, this is called the cobra. Bring your abs by breathing in. Look up. And then just back into that cat pose for one more back stretch. As hard as you can. That's great. So we're going to go onto the chest next. So for the chest, what I want you to do is find a wall, and we're going to have our thumbs pointing up. We're going to hold either a doorway or a wall, and from this position I just want you to twist out until you feel that deep stretch on the chest. So the more square you have your shoulders, obviously if you're on a doorway right now, you'll feel that chest stretch nicely. That's the 30-second mark. We're going to do the other side now. So just feel that, keep the thumbs pointing up, and if you can see, I'm literally just going away from the chest like this. Feel that nice deep stretch in the chest muscle, which I certainly can. Try to keep them shoulders square. Okay, so what we're going to do now is the same again each side, but this time thumbs down. Okay, so we'll go over here. Now thumbs down, what you're going to do is feel more of a stretch in the bicep. So this stretches the bicep out now, which is exactly what we're trying to do. As well as, because obviously the because the humerus bone is now away from your body, you're also bringing that chest stretch in as well. But obviously we do have the bicep, which is the main stretcher here. Try to keep them shoulders straight, nice and upright. Let's swap sides. So same again, thumbs down guys against that wall or doorway, wherever you are, and just feel that bicep stretch. Shoulders nice and square, chest upright. So looking at the timer, we have 3 more stretches left. The first one being the triceps. We're going to do those now. Let's hold this for another 10 seconds. Here we go. Nice. So onto triceps. The first thing I want you to do, I'll kneel down for this just so you can see within the frame shot. Put your left arm up in the air and to the back of your neck just here. From this position, grab this arm and just try to pull over to make your forearm nice and vertical. That's good. Shake it off. Swap sides. Shake it off again. We're going to swap sides one more time each side. Shake that off. Last side. And then what we're going to do, guys, is go into a bit of shoulder stretching. So shake them off. I'll stay in this position just to show you the shoulders. So first thing we're going to do, thumbs up. One's going to come across your body, and we're just going to bring your bicep nice and close to the chest. Now you're going to feel this in the deltoids. And relax. Same this side. Hug that as close to your chest as you can. One more each side. And this side. And then for the remaining time, which is about 20 seconds, what we're going to do is just some shoulder rotations. So back circles. You can hear my shoulder cracking. My left one's always a little bit dodgy. Forward circles. This will also stretch the chest. Forward and backwards. Excellent. We're on the last stretch now, which is the most important in my opinion, the neck. So what we're going to do, we're going to put your chin to your chest and try to shut your teeth if you can. If you want to add a little bit of pressure, just your hands to the back of the head, just pull down very slightly, you'll be able to feel the stretch. Look slightly to the left, pull down, slightly to the right, pull down. Keeping your teeth shut, I want you to face as high up as you can. I'm going to stretch the front of the neck here, sternocleidomastoid muscles. Push for a little bit of resistance if you want. And over to the left side or right side, whatever you prefer to do first, you can just have a little bit of resistance. Try to keep your head nice and parallel. And to the other side for the last 10 seconds. Okay guys, so relax, just circle motion with the head, feel nice and loose. How are you feeling guys? So that is a 15-minute morning stretch, full body. You should feel pretty awesome, and honestly I love to do this kind of stretch nice and early. Sometimes I'll incorporate it with a little bit of yoga stance, so I'll put like a reverse triangle in there, just getting some functional movements. But guys, thanks for joining me today. If you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.